Hello everyone. It's me again, the Metaverse Explorer, back again on Grape Solana Alpha. This time we have another interview with you. We have Launchlabs with us, and right now we're on the Grape public stage. We have 62 members at the moment, and if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome. Feel free to like and subscribe. So, in the Grape stage, we have 63 people, a lot of here gathered to find out about Launchlabs. We have on our public stage Lab Scientist. So we'll get right into it. Lab Scientist, good morning for me. I don't know where you are at the moment. How are you going?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm in LA actually, so good morning.
Ah,
I'm
nice.
doing really well. I'm doing really well. And you as well, I hope.
Yeah, very well. I got some coffee in my hand. I got some water as well, just in case. And we'll get right into it, guys. So we have Launchlabs here. You guys, this is their website, by the way. If you're watching this at home, this is their Twitter. They have 7,000 followers at the moment, and their website here. It's an easy to use revenue sharing project to launch your NFTs. But I'll actually let Launchlabs let you guys do the introductions yourself. So can you tell us, Launchlabs, before we get into the product that you guys have out there? Everyone knows you invest in the team behind a product because the team can easily make another product that's much more innovative. Can you tell us about yourself first, and tell us about your team that's behind you, please?
Yeah, sure. I'll tell you about myself, and then my two partners. That's my main partners in this, and then a little bit about the people we have on our payroll. So myself, I'm a guy that's been basically been in business, sales, and marketing my whole life. I've been running businesses. I've been an employee, and I've been a manager, boss, whatever you want to call it. So I've had very different roles in building businesses, everything from startups to more established businesses. So that's mainly my background. I've been in crypto for a little bit over a year. Was mainly in just tokens, like startup tokens mainly in the beginning, and then
Yep.
I've gone into NFTs, especially here in Solana, since about 7 months ago. So I run the more public side of things, like doing AMAs. I'm the main face of the business, so to speak, and make most business decisions pretty much. And then I have two partners. My first partner, or one of the partners, is our guy that does the design, the UI, and the UX. He's also he's also ran his own businesses basically his entire life as well, but more on the design part of things. When he was 20, he was named top 10 in the world under 21 when it comes to design. So he's a really good, successful guy when it comes to that. He's run his own businesses, like I said, and he's had clients such as H&M, Coca-Cola, Warner Brothers, and many more as his clients. He's also run several businesses, some more successful than others. One of which, his last one, was a medium-sized exit that he made like a year ago. So he's well set up to run the design part of things for us.
Awesome. So it sounds
Then
like a core three-man team at the moment.
yeah, like we're three partners basically. So our third guy is the coder, our main developer. He's I don't want to say genius, but he can code in basically any language. He can code machine learning, whatever it is. He can do it.
He's a
Just
nerd.
he doesn't. He's not even on our in our Discord. Like he doesn't really like to talk to people. He just likes to build things,
Hmm.
which is that's that's a perfect for him. The role that he has. So he's the guy that mainly builds everything. And then on our payroll we have two guys that we pay full time, and then that's developers. And then we have a third guy that's almost at full time now. We paid him by the hour, but it's becoming a lot. And then we have several others. One main thing that is a problem for most businesses when you want to scale up is attracting good talent to work with you. Since my two partners, I'm not going to take any credit in this myself, but since my two partners are quite well known in their spaces, they have built their networks and connections for a long time. So we don't really have any problem when we need more developers. It's somewhat easy for us to get them, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
So that's really an upside that we have for sure. So we have those three that's, two that's full time, one that's almost full time, and then a couple others that we pay by the hour as well.
Awesome. So like
So
subcontractors
that's the
outside.
team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So my
When we need them.
question is, where has the initial funding from these team members come from? Is it from the NFT mints that you guys have had, or have you guys had to bootstrap yourselves from start?
So we started building this back in December. So December to January, we minted early February. So December and January we paid from our own pockets, and then from there it's been from the minting proceeds.
Nice. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So I feel like I've gotten a good understanding of your team. I feel like the audience has as well. Let's go on to the product. You guys have Launchlabs NFT minting platform on your website, and that's what we're looking at the moment. So tell us about
Sure.
Launchlabs, your process for you guys to have built this, and we've got a whole bunch of questions as why you built this, why you chose Solana. But just tell us about Launchlabs first. Give us the brief overview.
Sure. So Launchlabs is a launchpad on Solana, basically. So our vision of what we want to do with Launchlabs, we want to be the best possible launchpad on Solana, based on that we want it to work in a way where it's the easiest to use for project owners that don't all necessarily have the development capabilities themselves, or maybe not the funds to pay someone or whatever, so that it's so easy to use that anyone can actually go through the steps that's needed to generate their collection and launch through our website, or through our platform, I should say. At the same time, we want to make sure that we have the smoothest minting experience for the people that mint those projects. So for us, it's very important that we have the best tech in the business, and we're very confident. I'm very confident that with the team that we have, that we will be that by far. And I'm very certain that the market is going to see the difference once we have more launches under our belt. So far, we've had three somewhat small launches, but we have many more planned, and there's going to be many more coming as well. So I'm very certain that people will realize the difference very, very soon.
So you say you've got 3 mints so far. I counted four. Maybe you can correct me. So Dino Jump, Imagine Genies, Oblivion City, and Break Brain Click Alpha. Is there one of them that I
Uh,
have wrong?
yeah, so Dino Jump and Imagine Genius haven't been launched.
Ah, I see. I see. So
So the
Oblivion.
ones that we launched. Now Oblivion is in March. They have a sub launch tomorrow for their gate passes. Is what it's called. It's basically a whitelist token, pretty much. But those that we have launched is Minerverse. They launched like a brew that's a booster item for their upcoming collections. That's going to be launching the first one here now, 23rd, and then two of them in March. So we had that one. We had Big Brain Click Alpha that we launched, and we had Happy Bunnies that we've launched. So those three are the ones that we've launched so far. But we have many more announced that we're going to launch.
Awesome. Okay. Um, can you tell us about the launching process? What specifically, what services do you provide for projects to launch for anyone, 70 people listening at the moment? If they have an NFT and they want to launch and they want to come to you, what's the customer flow like? What's so they come to you, they say, "Hey, we're this company, we want to do this launch." Talk to us about the user flow.
Sure. So right now, the actual platform itself is in closed beta. So we have a part of the like part one of our three-step basically is generating the NFT collection. Right now, we're doing that for the project if they haven't done it already themselves. So basically, how it works right now is the projects come to us. They apply. We vet the projects because we think it's important that while it's never going to be safe, 100% safe to mint anything on any chain, we want to make it as safe as possible, if that makes sense. So
Mm.
we vet projects and go through everything from their roadmap. Is it feasible? Do we think they're actually going to follow through on that? And basically, go through everything from the team and everything in between. And then if we think it's something that's a good project, basically, if that makes sense, they go through KYC with us and docs, since that's also important. It's never going to stop rugs 100%. It's going to be rugs.
Yep.
It's unfortunately inevitable.
And just to
But
interject
what we
there, sorry to interject there,
yeah,
is it your specific team that are like licensed to KYC, or do you use an outside service?
they KYC and docs privately to us.
Okay, no
So
problem. Just like
it's
through
privately to us.
Discord, just like that.
Yeah, we have a process of how it's done. But basically, they KYC and docs through us privately. We keep those for ourselves, but it's for legal purposes for later if it turns out to be a rug. But let's say that they pass all of that. Then we look at how they want the mint to happen specifically. When should it be? And do they want it to be in, there's several different ways you can do a mint. Maybe they want it to be a full-on public mint, maybe they want it to be whitelist only, or something in between where it's a whitelist token or just an address or whatever it is, of how they want the mint to happen. Then we just tailor our offer to them based on how they want the mint to happen. And then from there we set up their custom mint page where it's going to be. We set
And do
everything
you
up
have one?
with
Do you have one for us to have a look at the moment? I wasn't able to find one. Do you have a custom mint page of one of your projects for us?
hold on, give me a sec. I don't have it at hand right now, but yeah, actually I do. Let me show you Big Brain Click Alphas. I'll pose it in live questions so you guys can see. You should see this, right? Yeah. So this is Big Brain Click Alpha's mint page that they have with their style and their art and everything. So we set that up, and then we announce it together with the projects. It's important for us that we don't just put them in a calendar and then that's it. After they've done all of that, it's important for us that they get the exposure that they deserve. So we announce it together with them on in Discord and on Twitter when they're ready to announce it. Some projects are ready to announce it direct, like instantly, and some projects want to wait like until this and this have happened. Maybe they have some big marketing push or whatever that they want to happen
Yeah.
first. So we do it together with the projects basically, and then from there it's it's a waiting time until the mint, and then it's good to go.
Oh, nice. So that's a nice user flow you have there. Do you guys follow up with them at all after they're minting? Do you do any kind of feedback system, like if they finished minting, if they didn't mint? And then I have a small commentary question about the whole whitelist systems that we have in Solana at the moment. So first off, do you have any follow-ups with them?
Sure. So we're always in close discussions with the projects. I think all three projects that's launched with us can attest to that as well. That we have a very close discussion with how everything is going. We're giving them advice on how they can grow and stuff like that. So for us, it's important that it goes as well as possible because their success is essentially our success as well. But we don't let's say it's they minted with us 2 weeks ago. We're not going to run their project or anything. We're a launchpad.
Yep.
They launch through us, and then it's up to them to follow through on their roadmap and everything. We can't be involved in their business necessarily.
Yep, right on. That makes sense. Like you've provided your initial product to them, and now they have to take on their own workload from there. No problems. Okay. Well, let's just take a small intermission break and let's talk about the giveaway that we might be able to do today. So you very kindly, Launchlabs have kindly allowed us to give away a NFT. Can you tell us what NFT we might be giving away today?
Sure. I think the easiest way for me to explain that would be explaining the NFTs themselves. So do you want to do that, Taylor?
No, let's go through the NFT, your NFTs that you have at the moment, and then we'll talk about the small giveaway as well.
Sure. So Launchlabs is a revenue sharing platform. So all of the revenue that we generate from both the minting proceeds that we get from like the fee basically that we charge the projects, we charge them an aftermarket royalty as well, as well as our own aftermarket royalty. We share these revenues, 60% of it, with our community. This is the highest percentage anyone shares, by the way, in our space.
And to
So we
clarify,
just
and just to
yeah.
clarify, you charge them initially a 20% of their mint proceeds, their entire mint proceeds, and then you after that your aftermarket royalties are 10%.
We charge them between 10 and 20% of their initial mint proceeds, depending on if they burn our passes. That's a different thing. They have an option to buy and burn our passes, which makes the collection deflationary as well. And if they do that, they get a discount on their minting proceeds. But basically, yeah. So we charge them a fee on that, and all of these revenue streams that we have, all of the revenue that we generate, we share 60% with our holders. So we have a total supply of 2,000. When we minted, it was only 655 due to, I think, a lot of, maybe some people were there as well, but we had a lot of FUD going around about the project. So we had 5,000 people in Discord, and it was set up to mint out fully. But then there was a lot of FUD around it that was met. We explained everything, but still people got scared because of understandable reasons. There's so many rugs out there and stuff.
Yep.
So 655 out of 2,000 have been minted so far. We're going to get to 2,000 eventually, but right now it's 655.
So the plan is to still mint out the rest of them, not burn it or anything. You're just still going to mint the rest of them.
Yeah, we need to get to 2,000, because if we were at 655 as a total supply forever, with the collection being deflationary, the price would be too high for products to be able to get the discount. So it would essentially be 20% for everyone, and that's a little bit too high when it's big projects. Like when it's a lot of Solana we're talking about, then it's a big difference in the fee. So since we're deflationary, we need to get to 2,000. So we're going to get there eventually. We have, I can go to that later actually. But anyways, our passes that we have are split up in 3 different tiers. Tier 1 is bronze passes. Tier 2 is silver, gold, and platinum passes, and tier 3 is Solana and black passes. So the one that we've given away now is the tier 1 bronze pass. That is available for this giveaway. So bronze passes, you can see all of this in a breakdown in our Discord and on our website. But bronze passes share 30% of all the community wallet proceeds, and right now there's 285 of them. So it's not that many that you share with, meaning the payout per pass is quite high.
Right, and so I have lots of questions to go with that. My first question is, how
Sure.
did you guys settle on 60% airdrop to your holders? Why exactly 60%?
So we counted on many different scenarios of if we launch this and this amount each month, how much are we going to generate in terms of revenue,
Yep.
and how much do we then need? We wanted to be, this is a decentralized space, and we wanted to be a project that gives back as much as possible to our holders. So we came to the number 60/40 based on what we think, what we count on having as our costs, and how much do we then need in order to cover everything, in order to grow the way we want to, and build everything that we want to, because we want to have. We have a lot of things that we're going to be building that isn't built yet, and all of those things cost money, of course. So 40% that we take is what we have counted on that we're going to need, especially long term,
To be sustainable.
Yeah, exactly.
Right on.
Exactly, and while at the same time giving away as much as possible.
Awesome. Some quick fire questions again for you. So we've got some people here just in chat firing off with lots of questions. And guys, we will get to you. We'll just try and go through as much information first as we can. So your NFTs that haven't all been minted yet, can you mint them right now, or is it closed?
So right now it's not possible. We have an upcoming mint for our holders only, actually, where they're going to be able to mint at slightly cheaper price than the current floor price. It's not going to be much cheaper, but it's going to be slightly cheaper. It's something we're actually going to announce after this AMA, sometime in like an hour, where we had our holders go through 3 different votes on when the mint should happen, and it's going to be basically this upcoming week, where they can mint out a few based on how many passes they have already. So it's going to be a holder exclusive mint.
Right. Okay. That's awesome. Getting your community to get more involved into your community. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we think it's fair that our early backers, so to speak, get rewarded for doing that before we have launched 500 projects or whatever. So we think that's fair. We need, like I said, we need to get to 2,000 some way somehow, and we think it's more fair that our holders are the ones that can mint.
No, I fully agree there. So that's the NFTs that you guys have at the moment. So we're talking about a tier 01 bronze. And guys, if you need to find out more about the tiers in the NFTs, you can go to Magic Eden, or if you just go to their website and they explain it all. They even give you a little detail section on some simple math that you can do. So we're going to be giving away a bronze NFT at the moment. This is
the easiest. Sorry to interrupt you. I don't want to go into all of the numbers and everything, because I think it would just sound very complicated for people. But the easiest way to understand what each pass does is in our Discord. We have a breakdown in a channel called #profits, where you can actually see an example based on an example revenue, and you can see how many of each tier, how many of each pass have been minted so far. So you can actually play with the numbers yourself to actually understand.
Right on. I'm just about to share in the live questions chat the NFT that we'll be giving away tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just give
Was
me
that a
1
question?
second.
Sorry.
No, just give me a question. I'm trying to copy paste and put my finger on Alt at the same time. It's super hard.
Yeah, sorry. Go on.
So here we go. For tonight, we have launch pass number 79 in the chat right now. This is what we have in the Grape wallet for everyone who wants to win this at the moment. How do you win this? Can anyone tell me in the chat? So Lab Scientists, we did have a criteria for people. The first thing is you have to be a gorilla in the Grape member Discord, which is a class A. First off, they have to follow Launchlabs on Twitter, and they have to follow Grape Protocol and events at Grape as well. And they have to be at this AMA and have some good questions, 1 or 2 great questions. And of course, you like and retweet. Now,
sounds good.
Yeah. There are a few people in chat at the moment, but unfortunately, not a lot of people are even verified or even Grape members, or even Great Apes or Gorillas, so Class A's. So unfortunately, a whole amount of people might not be able to win this prize. But like the questions are still great, and we might be able to give away some Grape as well. So I think that might be a good compromise there. So we'll be giving away, let's say, I think there's 500 Grape to 3 people. But in the meantime, let's get some questions. So you can see the live questions channel yourself, yeah?
Yep.
So I'm going to be prioritizing some of the questions from some of the great apes, from some of the grapes who might be able to win this prize. The first question that I can see is from Crex. He's asking, what projects do you tend to partner with in the ecosystem? We know of some projects that you've partnered with at the moment. So just from looking, I can see Rad Rugs, you've partnered with them, and Submarine as well. So can you tell us why you've sought out these 2 specific partners and how they can actually help you guys?
Sure. So starting with Rad Rugs, that was something that it was on my initiative where I reached out, and Rad Rugs is, I'm like I said, I come from the crypto space more than the NFT space since before. So the way I view Rad Rugs is that they're the Certic, for those that knows what Certic is, of the Solana NFT space. So they're an entity that people trust. When people go through Rad Rugs, and get a good score, then it basically means that this is a somewhat safe project to mint, right? So we figured out, okay, hey, so how can we get as many as possible to go through that, so it's safer for people to mint? So we struck this deal with them where basically we fund the review for the projects that want to launch through us, that want to also get a review from them.
Really, you
So I
fund the
think
review. You give them money to review the project that's come to you.
yes, but in a way. So basically, they get a discounted price. They pay for it up front, and then when the mint has happened, we
You subtract.
yeah, we subtract exactly. So we fund it from the minting proceeds, basically.
So
Uh,
this is included in the 20% initial minting proceeds, or is there another fee on top of it?
or whichever, if they have 20 or 10 or whatever
Right.
fee it is, it's something that they don't need, like they don't actually end up paying for the Radrox review. We do.
Yep.
And we do that because, like I said, we want to make sure that the space is as safe as possible for as many as possible when it comes to minting. So that's that one. It's a good thing to make Solana safer than it's been before. When it comes
Yep.
to submarine, it's something that's been more. It's not something that we sought out. It's something that actually they sort of like, I think they talked to basically most launch pads about, first of all, being like having a partnership where the launchpad would be their official launchpad that they would use for all the projects that are going to list on Submarine. Submarine is a marketplace, for those that don't know, a revenue sharing marketplace. But it ended up being much bigger than that. So after we started talking, they got the idea that if, like, how about we actually merge instead and become essentially one company that has two different projects. So that's what it's come into, where we're going to use our developer force. Like I said, we have a very, very strong development team. We're actually going to use our developer force and some more developers we're going to take in, building their marketplace that we're going to do for them. And then from there, when they launch and everything, we're going to be their official launch pad. So every project that launches through Submarine is going to be able to, or sorry, everybody that wants to list on Submarine is going to be able to launch through Launchlabs, and vice versa. We're going to offer, of course, all projects that launch through us to list on Submarine as well. And Submarine is a project that they share actually 100% of the revenue with
The
holders of their
owners.
sub NFT. Yeah, with
Mm.
the owners basically. It's a whole different, somewhat complicated system. I can't go into like all the nitty gritty details, but basically, if you use their marketplace and you trade on their marketplace, you get sub NFTs. Sub NFTs, you stake them, and then you get a share
The
of all of the revenue, basically. So it goes very well with our vision. It goes very well with our philosophy of revenue sharing. So we just thought it was a perfect match, and they did as well. So that's why this partnership ended up happening.
It sounds good, man. Like, from the initial impression of it, it sounds like what you guys are doing is you're diversifying the products that you're able to deliver to the consumers. So you have a launchpad, and they have an NFT marketplace. This gives two products for them to manage their project, and it brings you much closer to competing to like the incumbents such as Magic Eden. And while we're
Yes.
on, yeah. So while we're on the topic of Magic Eden, a lot of people are also saying in the chat, your competition. So partnerships
Sure.
is great. You're diversifying the products you're able to give, but you do have giant competition out there. Magic Eden volumes are going crazy at the moment. So how would you guys compare the products you offer? You now have a marketplace, or soon to have a marketplace, and I'd love to hear the details behind the business decisions there, like the actual how should I say, the back and forth, who gets what, and how do you guys do it, the logistics of it. But how do you guys feel like you compare to Magic Eden at the moment?
So just to touch back into what you said, the first, where you said that we're diversifying, I just want to clarify something. We are still going to, like, our team is still going to focus on Launchlabs, and their team is going to focus on running Submarine. Why we're doing it that way is because we think that, you know, the way we view things is, instead of us building our own marketplace and trying to run that as well, stretching ourselves thin, it's much better if we focus on being the best possible launchpad, and
Yep.
then we team up with someone that we believe will be the best possible marketplace, and then we do it together instead of running it as competitors. So
Yep.
that's why we did that.
So,
We
so
think
just
that
quickly,
focus is very
so just
important.
quickly, you think Launchlabs is going to be the best marketplace? You think that might be beating Magic Eden?
uh, Submarine. And yes, I do think so. So the reason why I think so is basically I don't want to talk down on anyone, because
No, give it to
they're
us. Give
trying
it
their
to
best
us.
to no, because they're trying their best to run their project and make it as good of a product as possible, and I respect that. But I think that when Magic Eden started back in I think it was September, or if it was late August, or whenever it was, it's quite clear if you look at the code and everything, and how everything is built, what is missing and everything. It was built with somewhat like the budget wasn't built based on how popular sense. If you look at their journey, they started and then they exploded like a month
Yep,
later, and now they pretty much dominate the Solana marketplace
that's right.
space completely, and have they've grown so much that their system and everything hasn't been able to follow through, which is why you're having a lot of problems with them, right? Like I think anyone that's listening can agree that there's a lot of things that isn't working the way it should, and my opinion is that it's built wrong from the beginning. And I think it's hard when you do that. It's hard to catch up, because the way they work now, like honestly, I think they would need to completely like shut down for a couple of weeks and just to rebuild everything and then start over again, for everything to work perfectly, because it's hard to just do it when everything is live. So with that said, I think that opens up opportunities for other players to do something good, and to take some of that like chunk of the pie, if that makes sense. And I think that the team of Submarine are onto something really big here, both with their vision of everything, but also if you look at how much they've grown, uh, they've grown to that size because people are excited to be able to share some of that revenue. If you look at Magic Eden, they're operating in a decentralized space, but they're a centralized entity. They get all of the revenue themselves. They don't share it with anyone, which that's completely fine. It's a business, right? But if you look at the different option here, Submarine, they are going to share the revenue with their users and with their holders, which incentivizes people to use that instead. I mean, if I was gonna buy and flip NFTs, or just whatever, hold them long term and buy something. If I have the options to either do it on a platform that's going to work better, because I know a lot of things that doesn't work really well with Manic Eden, we're going to build it better. If I have the option to use a better platform and also get a like share of that profit because I used it, or use the one that's been around for a while, but you don't really get anything from using it, then obviously I'm going to use the one where I have more incentive to use.
That's what we're
So
seeing.
I
That's what we're seeing right now with LooksRare and OpenSea over in Ethereum. People are upset
yeah
with
yeah
OpenSea being bloated, being large, just like we see with Magic Eden now, and that they're not able to
yeah
cope with the massive amounts, and like the way they were just built is just not sustaining at the moment. And yeah,
exactly.
if you
I
feel
think it's the
like
same.
yeah, if you feel like there's a space for other new and upcoming projects to wedge themselves into the market share, then yeah, that's your prerogative. You got to go for it, man.
Yeah, for sure. Like I think there's an opportunity, and when they approached us, it all made sense. We have, like I said, we have the same base philosophy of how decentralization should work, how revenue sharing should work, and they have a really good team. So we've partnered up. Now we're going to help them build everything so it becomes as good as possible, with our UI and UX guy being the lead designer and everything, and the lead of the project. And then they're going to run it while we run Launchlabs.
Awesome, awesome. I think we're at that 35-minute mark. So let's try and run through quick fire some of these questions in the live chat. And people have
Sure.
posted heaps of questions. So I don't know if we'll be able to get through all of them. I'm sorry, guys, but there are tons and tons of questions. So
Yeah, I've been trying to keep track, but
yeah,
it's so
yeah,
many.
it's very busy, right? So
Yeah.
first off, let's say Dashworld, he gets charged anytime his NFT sells. More charged than when I sell. How's it going to be this time? Is this charge going to be mitigated? I'm not sure I follow his questioning there.
I didn't follow the question at all.
All right, that's fine. We'll move on to something else. So Tarek has made us a giant list of like 11 questions. Tarek, thank you very much. First off, just very briefly, one sentence answers. Why did you choose Solana? Because there's lots of NFTs on here, NFT launchpads on here. Why did you come to Solana?
Solana is, in my opinion, the chain that will grow the most. If you look at the last 6 months, there's been 4 times as many NFTs minted on Solana than Ethereum, and I think Solana is going to be. I think Solana is going to overtake Ethereum. That's why.
Okay. Okay. Now let's look at question number 4 from him. So if you have issues in mints in a month and people aren't going to mint any of these projects that you guys are hosting, does that mean that you guys would be unprofitable for a while? And if that happens, how do the people who have does it still, even if they don't go unminted, they go 100 mints only, does that still mean that the holders still get their emissions?
I'm not sure I completely follow here. Is the question is if we don't generate revenue?
That's
We
right.
are generating revenue. We've only launched 3 projects so far. We have somewhere north of 120 Solana in the community wallet already. We've just launched projects for 1 week. We're paying out monthly. So whatever we have when it's time to pay out, that's what our users are going to be sharing. If it's more, then they get more. If it's less, then they get less. It's not a cutoff point where it has to get to this point or no one gets paid. That's not how it works. We share 60% of the revenue we make,
Yep.
and they get that. So yeah.
Okay, no problems. Number 9, you recently posted on Twitter that you rejected 4 projects. Can you share with us why you rejected 4 projects? Was it a security issue through Red Rugs, maybe?
No, it wasn't through Adrogs. It wasn't any reviews or anything from them. It was before that. So basically, like I said, we vet projects, and these projects had roadmaps we didn't believe in at all. They had stuff that it just wasn't thought through at all. We those 4, without going into detail of each one,
Yeah, just the
they
general
all had
theme.
red flags and a feeling that, okay, is the chance that this is a rug high? Yes, it is. Do we actually want to launch this? No, we don't. So that was it.
That's it. Awesome, awesome. Easy, easy. Like if it doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it. You have other customers that are coming to you to launch, and like if the chances of being associated with a rug at this time and stage at an early project, it could be detrimental.
I mean, it's going to happen eventually, at some point. I think. I don't think it's going to be rug free forever, but we want to make sure to minimize the risk as much as we can. We don't want to be, excluding anyone so no one can launch through us. It's not like that. But when a product applies and they have basically no plan at all other than
This is
let's
the
mint
NFT. That's it. Give us money.
yeah, let's mint and see what happens. Then we don't want to have those projects.
Yep, yep. Poor substance. We see a lot of
Yeah.
those in Solana, and it brings the whole space down. Next question.
At least there has to be, we have to believe that, okay, those people that mint can actually make money. If we don't think that people can make money when they mint a project, why would we launch that project?
Yeah, yeah, and I guess from like a community member myself in Solana minting NFTs, thank you very much for like helping to look after us. The other question, yes or no? Are you guys planning to go multi-chain?
Um, not at the
Not
moment.
now.
No,
No problems. No problems.
no, not now.
It's good. It's very early in this stage. You might just focus on your niche in Solana, which is awesome.
We believe in focus. That's why we're focusing on Launchlabs. If we talk about submarine again, and they focus on submarine, we believe in focus when it comes to the chain as well. We believe in Solana as a chain. Like I said, we think that Solana is going to overtake ETH, That's my personal opinion. And going cross-chain, multi-chain, whatever we're going to call it, is something that's going to stretch us too thin. I think it's going to be something that could generate more in terms of quantity, but our quality will go down, and we don't want to. We don't want that to happen. So, like, I don't want to close any doors. Like, maybe we do it in the future when we've grown a lot, but it's not something we're going to rush just for the sake of cash grabbing. You know.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair answer. We have Chickwe. He's asking why you guys decided to use Metrica, Grape's direct competitor in the verification system. So you guys are using Metrica right now.
Interesting question while we're on here, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
So basically, we were most familiar with Matrica's product from before, from products that we've been invested in.
Yep.
First of all, second of all, they have the easiest process according to us for our users to get verified. So that was basically it.
It was just
We've
easier
actually
onboarding.
we actually gave one of your guys some feedback on what we think can
Oh, that's great.
be improved. It wasn't me that did it. It was one of my tech partners. I'm actually not too personally. I'm not too well read up on the different ones. I personally know Metrica. I know it's easy. If I've connected it one time with some other project, it's automatic here. Those kind of things is nice. Like nice, things just for the ease of life for people.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I have a question from Dash World. His question number 5: are you guys looking to launch any kind of specific NFTs, like gaming, metaverse projects, or you guys are going for a general launchpad?
General launchpad.
General launchpad, no problem.
Yeah, we're not going to focus on something. Like, we're not going to limit ourselves to something specific only. It's going to be a general launchpad where we vet projects, we KYC and docs them, and then if it's something that we think is good, then they get to launch with us.
No problem. Bloodbath, question number 2: has the launchpad, have you guys been audited yet? Because if you KYC the people that come to you, have you guys been audited?
Yes, and yes.
By
So,
Certic?
by Red Drugs.
By Red Rugs. Okay.
Yes, we did this before our mint.
Awesome.
And I mean, we're Red Drugs partner, so obviously,
yeah, true.
It went well.
Awesome. Do you see any questions in the chat that you want to answer? We're at the 42-minute mark, so we'll try and get through most of these.
Let me see if I can find one really quickly here.
What currency do you guys use to pay revenue to the NFT holders? Is it in the underlying currency that the Solana that the others have minted in? Yeah.
Yes. And one question that I see that's relevant, because I get that question like quite often, is revenue for all holders, or will there be a staking option? So we plan on being a project that pays out the most of any revenue sharing project. And the way we plan on doing it is not by using staking. It's not going to be needed. It's not something that we think is, like, if you look at staking, most APY is like 125 200% on a year. We plan on paying out way more than that by simply having our holders hold. However, those that list their NFTs, by the time we do a snapshot, we do one snapshot at an undisclosed time before each payment. And those that are listed trying to sell them on Magic Eden are not included in the payout. Yes, because technically the NFT is in their wallet.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
That's a technical reason, and also, fundamentally, we want to reward the ones that are actually holding, instead of the ones that are not holding long term. So
I think that's totally fair. To be honest, that's totally fair. If you're listing your NFT on the marketplace, then you shouldn't be included as being a holder of this NFT. It's like it's not. It's not.
And technically, you aren't by the time we're taking the snapshot, since it's not in your wallet.
Yeah.
So basically, to get rewarded, to get paid from Launchlabs, you only have to hold the pass. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to claim anything or anything. We have built our own airdrop system that we're also renting out to projects, by the way, and also sharing that revenue. We built our own airdrop system where we're just going to airdrop everyone that's eligible.
Awesome. Some more quick fire questions. Pavelson has 4 likes for this question. So have you guys considered offering insurance or other financial guarantees to protect in case of rugs? Does Red Rugs offer any kind of insurance on the side at all?
No,
No.
they don't, and we don't at this stage either. It's something that obviously it's a larger question because let's say as an example, right? Let's say
Quick answer. Quick answer.
yeah, okay. So yeah, no, it's not something we can do at this stage. It's something that's very, very tricky to get into. We are not offering any insurance. All we do is vet, KYC, and docs, and we always urge everyone to do their own research on the project and only invest if you believe in the product.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. So one thing I wanted to ask that I saw a question was the trading fees of your NFTs on Magic Eden. So we know that you guys accrue value through the initial mint price and follow-up fees, but what's actually happening to the trading fees that you guys accrue, the royalty fees from your NFTs? Where does that go?
It goes to our wallet, and then we share 60% of those revenues. We send them to the community wallet.
Right. It's still included. It's still included.
Yes, we share everything that we generate, including our own. Like if you look at our trading revenue on trading volume, I should say on Magic Eden, we share. We have 5% of that, and 60% of that money goes to the public community wallet. So basically, 3% of all volume we generate on Magic Eden on our own trading goes to the community wallet, and we keep 2% ourselves. 60-40 all the way.
Sounds good. Very stable, very clean. I like it. Let's see. Any other questions? There's heaps of other questions, but I don't know if we can get through them. Like I said, guys, I'm sorry. Maybe should we give away our NFT? Is now a good time? We're at the 46-minute mark. We might be closing in about 5 or so minutes.
Sure. We had actual dollars to give away too, right? Or was it Grape Token?
It was Grape Token. We had 3 members that were going to be getting 500 Grape tokens each, and then we have Class A are getting this NFT, Tier 1 Launchlabs NFT.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, so many people, so many people.
How do you pick the winners?
Usually
the ones that qualify.
Usually we see who has some of the better questions, but for the 500 grapes, it's usually for people who are verified. So for everyone who's not verified, it's very easy. You can just go and click right now while you're on stage, while you're under stage to get verified. But let's look at let's look at the Class A members to see who might have gotten this NFT. I think. Daniel had some good questions. Tarek put in a lot of effort into his questions. 11 questions. Most of them, I think 90% have been answered.
After that, sorry to interrupt. I want to go through one question that someone had. Actually,
yeah, sure, shoot.
As a closing thing afterwards, or now if you want.
You can do it now while I look for the while I look for the winners.
Yeah, okay, sure. So Blue Gator asked, with Magic Eden Launchpad 2.0 up and running, what does Launchlabs plan to do to keep up the momentum built in the last few weeks and continue to secure quality launches? So here's the way we view competition, especially in this space, but overall in general. I think that the space is and will be, but even now is, big enough for several players to do well when it comes to being a launchpad. I don't think of competition like Magic Eden and Monkey Labs, like, hey, we have to beat them, or if they get some launches, then we can't be successful. That's not how it works. There's enough projects for several players to do well, and I think it's good that Magic Eden went down for a while with they stopped their launches for a while and then came up with a new approach. I think it's good. It's going to make the space safer in general. I think it's great. Now it's up and running. There's a couple of projects that's going to be launched there. There's projects that's going to be launched at Monkey Labs. There's projects that's going to be launched with us. We don't need to look at other projects as, hey, we have to make sure that they are not successful. We just think that if we build this to be the best possible launchpad, then the market will decide where they want to launch. So that's basically it. We don't think that oh, now Magic Eden is out. Now, like, what are we gonna do? We just keep doing what we do. We keep doing a good job, and we think that is going to be more than enough for us to be successful.
Thank you very much for the answers. Just going through now. So far, I have 2 candidates for our NFT giveaway. Number 1 would be Tarek, and number 2 would be Daniel. You guys have to provide your evidence as to meeting the criteria. Whoever does so first will be the winner. And then we have for our 500 grape giveaways. Dash World, congratulations. You had some great questions. Would you like to pick one person, lab scientist? Someone, a question that you thought was really great.
Okay, sure. But it was you reading them, so I wasn't. I didn't actually read the questions. However, one guy that I did notice that we read through was the guy with 11 questions. Who was that?
Yeah, that was Tarek. He might be getting the NFT.
Oh, okay. Then the guy with 5, was it Dash World? Yeah, it was Dash World that had the 5 questions.
Yeah, so Dash World will be getting a 500 grape. I'm thinking the next one would be Chickweed. He had some great questions there. And we need one more. For our one more, let's play a little game. Let's play a little game, guys. Who's going to be fastest? Let's play 2 games. I want to play 2 games. I like doing this sort of stuff.
Yeah, this sounds like fun. I want to win.
Who can give me the dirtiest joke? Type in your dirtiest joke in chat right now. I'll give you my personal grape 500. This is not for the contest. This is just because I want a dirty joke.
This is awesome.
Give me a dirty joke. And everyone, give them thumbs up if you feel it's dirty enough. Above 18, of course. You're going to give me an under 18 dirty joke? You're going to take us to jail? Come on. Come on, we need some dirty jokes. So far, NFTs are Daniel and Tarek. 500 grapes Dash World. I had my second one. Who was the second one? Dash World and Chickweed. We'll give one more 500 grape. And then my dirty joke grape.
Boyka's one was nice.
Which one?
0x Boyka.
I bet you can't tell me something that will make me both happy and sad at the same time. A husband says to his wife. She thinks about it for a moment and responds, "Your penis is bigger than your brother's." Ooh. That was dirty. Give it to me, she yelled. I'm so wet. Give it to me now. She could scream all she wanted, but I was just keeping the umbrella. Fancy Kings, I'm sure you will. Why do vegetarians give good head? Because they're good to eating nuts. They're used to eating nuts. Hey, brown head, I like yours. What do you get when you cross a dick with a potato? A dictator. Your mum's so fat she walked past the television and I missed 4 seasons of Game of Thrones. That's sour. Game of Thrones is sour for me, man. Oh, the way they ended it. Terrible.
It's personal.
Yeah, man.
I agree.
The entire viewership just like secluded. Like, nah, we can't do this anymore. It's all gone. You don't even want to talk about it anymore. All right, Krex, fine, Krex, you get it. That's not a dirty, sexy joke though.
JP goes, how is sex like a game of poker? If you have a great hand, you don't need a partner.
Hey, I like that.
I like that too.
I like that. If you were born in September, it's pretty safe to assume that your parents started their new year with a bang. That is true. That is true. All right, Gator, you got the most fires. Congratulations, Gator Run. Blue Gator. And now we have our last 500 grape. I will decide after the stream has ended. I will tag you in this chat. So far, NFTs, we have Tarek and Daniel. Reach out to me. Just make sure you've provided the criteria for meeting it. And then you guys win. Congratulations to you guys, whoever does it first. So quickly. And then we have Dashworld and Chickweed. Congratulations, you'll be getting 500 grape. Blue Gator, you'll be getting 500 grape from me personally. And I will decide on one more myself. So let's close it down. Lab Scientist, my friend, thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate your time. Do you have any last words for the community and for anyone that wants to launch a project with you guys?
Thank you for listening. Well, the last words I want to say is, I think it's not something that's going to be specific for us, but I just want to hope that I just hope that everyone stays safe when it comes to investing. Always make sure that you actually read up on things. Don't just follow a hype. If there's a lot of people that want to buy something, actually read up on things. Actually understand what you're buying into, and take charge of your own decisions, regardless if they're good or bad. Yeah, stay safe, and good luck. Hope everything goes well.
Yeah, well said, man. And I would just say for everyone as well, stay safe. NFTs are JPEGs until you can actually see what they give to you. I'm a big fan of shadowy supercoders that helping the ecosystem at the same time as having an NFT. Lots of gaming. Yeah, I love them, right? They're providing great infrastructure. We'll end it here now. Thank you very much for everyone in the audience for listening to us, chatting to us in chat. Thank you very much for watching on YouTube if you're watching this on the Grape Solana channel. Appreciate your time as always. Like and subscribe if you want. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thanks, guys. See you around.
Thanks, mate. See you, everyone.